This is Kyoto Prison, home to more than 1,000 inmates convicted of various crimes from shoplifting to murder. But this has to be more than just a jail. As some 200 prisoners are elderly, it's also like a nursing home. One of them is a 74-year-old inmate we'll call Kazuki. Kazuki has spent more than 20 years of his life in prison. So, how old were you when you first came to prison?
39歳ぐらいです。いや、その時は保険金詐欺でした。2年半でした。覚醒剤行って家内と別れて、子供とも今バラバラになってるから、そのことが一番。
After being released for the first time, Kazuki found life outside even more difficult. So he committed one crime after another, landing in prison, being released, then getting locked up again. He's now serving his 12th sentence. Kazuki is not the only senior citizen in Japan who prefers life behind bars, with its free accommodation, food and healthcare.
半分以上年いった人がだいたい平均して65ぐらいかね。いろいろですね、この中は。万引き、それから酒飲んで食べてお金払わんと捕まったりとか、結局出ても行くとこない、持ち帰りがないと、それでつい右の方に走ったりとか。
With a rapidly aging population and stagnant economy, Japan has been struggling to support all of its elderly citizens.
Welcome to the throbbing heart of Tokyo, a vast metropolis that's home to more than 37 million people. Here in Shibuya, at one of the world's busiest crossings, you get a strong sense of the enormous energy Japan generates as one of the world's most powerful economic engines.
But behind the glimmering city lights, shadows of doubt are lurking. The cost of living here is often too high for elderly people, so many of them turn to crime, aiming to end up in jail, sacrificing freedom in exchange for survival. In 2015, police arrested more old people and teenagers.
高齢患者者の生きづらさがあるんだろうと思います。このままいけばひどい状況になると憂慮しています。刑務所が本当に老人ホーム化するというようなことはあってはならないことですし、あるいは刑務所がそのついの住処になるというようなことがあってはならない。
Authorities say 4 out of 10 elderly recidivists committed the same type of crime more than 6 times. Shoplifting is their most common offence.
The main causes of shoplifting by elderlies is either the poverty or social isolation. I know it's many prisoners, elderly prisoners, don't have any pensions, and even they have the pension is not enough. The amount of the pension is not enough to support lives. So they have to work or they have to get something else from others. The social welfare system, it's not prepared enough for the sudden increase of elderly populations in this country.
At Kyoto, it's challenging for guards to cope with so many elderly prisoners, as 90% of these inmates can hardly understand instructions due to dementia such as Alzheimer's.
例えばですね、養護控除うちの方であるんですが、そういったところに、配役された受刑者というのはほぼ松葉杖をついていたりですね、行動が遅かったり不自由であったりという部分が多い受刑者が多いので、そういった部分を介護といいますか、ちょっとケアしてあげるという職員がですね、ケアする場面というのは多々あります。
I think it's kind of a disaster, a big scandal. Japan should be a developed country. We should, we should provide some proper support for the elderly.
After spending 12 years in Tokyo's jails, this 65-year-old ex-convict knows all too well how tough prison life can be.
どんな感じ？いや、厳しいですよ。お話もできない。人からもらうものももらえない。自分で行動できない。いっぱいありますけど、 一番厳しい仕事中に話せないというのやつのはやっぱり同習慣で、社会にいれば同習で気に入らないのがいれば自分がどっか行けば済むこと。刑務所はそれができないわけですね。どんなに気に入らなくても。で喧嘩をすればそこでまた懲罰って重い刑になっちゃうし、だから自分の自由にはならないっていうことが一番やっぱり辛いですよね。いや最初はみんな集団で入って10人入る部屋に。
Eventually moving into a single cell, he was aware of violence erupting between other inmates. Accommodating more prisoners is also costly for the government.
Japan is one of the world's safest countries with a very law-abiding population, so its incarceration rate is actually much lower than most other nations. But sentences here can be severe. So after stealing $3 sandwiches, an elderly shoplifter can become a very expensive prison inmate, costing the government more than 4 million yen or $40,000 per year of imprisonment for his food, accommodation and medical care.
It's not just the high cost of living in Japan that makes many elderly citizens choose jail. Outside, they also have to deal with the stigma that comes with imprisonment.
Stigmatization in this country is very, very strong. You easily, excluded. Nobody want to hire. Nobody want you to live in the neighborhood. There is a small chance to survive in the societies. Once you become prisoner, especially elderly prisoner, who don't have any place to return, 70% of elderly prisoners return to prison within 5 years, and most of them return to prison within 1 year. It's very, very high.
Loneliness is also on the rise. Although Japanese society is known for strong bonds among family and friends, few pay any attention to the poor and elderly.
この日本の家族関係っていうのもですね、非常に大きく変わってきている。何か問題があった時に家族が支えるというですね、そういう機能がなかなか取れなくなってきていると。やはり今の社会保障社会福祉政策が高齢者の生活の現実の問題を解決するにはですね、十分な施策になっていないということを痛切に感じています。こういうですね、家族とか地域とかそれから生活基盤が脆弱であるというこういう問題が日本では非常に深刻でですね。
They need attention because we have the people. You cannot survive completely isolated, alienated. The most difficult thing to be ignored. It's like no existence. You don't exist or something. That's why they want to return to prison. In the prison they never be ignored.
Long forgotten in the community, many of Japan's elderly people die alone, with their corpses remaining unnoticed for weeks. Across the country, every year, tens of thousands suffer such lonely deaths. Suicides among the elderly are also soaring. In 2014, around 10,000 pensioners took their own lives. In 2015, 71-year-old Haruo Hayashizaki often complained he couldn't survive on his pension. He told neighbors, "Even though I paid into it for so long, the amount I'm getting is horrible. I can't live on this." In a final act of desperation, he committed suicide by setting fire to himself on a crowded bullet train. The smoke also killed another passenger. Back in Kyoto, Kazuki will soon be released. But after nearly 4 years in prison without a single visit from anyone, he doesn't feel positive about his future.
最後に会ったんが、捕まる1年前から5年ほど前ですか。やっぱり気持ちの中では寂しいですね。いや、ないです。ほとんどそうと違うかね。
Many experts believe Japan's criminal justice system should focus more on rehabilitation.
Most of the inmates, elderly inmates, handicapped inmates had some problems. That's why they committed the crime, poverty, social isolation, alienation. We have to solve the problems. Just punish is not enough. They just put into the prisons without any proper care. In that case, they have to commit another crime again. And sometimes they commit the crime because they want to return to the prison. It's a vicious cycle. So we have to change it. The justice system should pay more attention to the problems of the inmates and offenders have.
先ほどの高齢犯罪者の立ち直りも含めてやはりそういう受け入れられる社会を作っていかなければなりませんし、福祉を含むところの本人の更生改善更生、あるいは社会復帰っていう大きな目的のためことを裁判官も検察官もそして弁護士も全てがより今以上に考えていただけるとありがたいなと私は思います。
This is a formidable challenge for Japan's leaders and its people, of all ages. Many analysts predict that unless this country's poorest seniors are given better support, it's likely more of them will resort to crime and spend their twilight years in prison. For Assignment Asia, I'm Steve Lunt in Japan.